Welcome back to today's video. We're going to be 5-day forecast today, having a detailed look at where the next 5 days across the British Isles. It's going to be sort of a mixed period. For south having a lot of dry and fine weather throughout the whole of the 5 days. The north will have more rain at times, so it's still the idea that the north is more unsettled, getting rain, cloud, wind at times, quite cool temperatures. The south always hogging the best of the weather, as it has done throughout the whole of the summer. Really, things may settle down across the whole country next week for a time. So if you're fed up with this summer in the north, you may get an improvement next week. But before we get on with 5-day forecast, just a quick say about the ads. There's links to articles on all pages at gaslights.com. Have Brad's widgets. Any articles that you're interested in, please click through. You'll be able to go for a read the article. Thanks so much for doing that. There's video ads on most pages. Open out the content where you watch them, they'll close back up again. Thanks so much for getting involved and doing that. Websites we're using for 5-day forecast coming from theweatheroutlook.com and weathercentral.de. So we start off with the radar picture, and we've got rain out in the west. Fairly showery and sporadic, but you see it's particularly focused around southwest Scotland and going down into Ireland. A few showery bursts going to northwest England, one or two through the Midlands into southwest England as well, and even a few showers threatening the London area. Here's today's synoptic pressure chart. We've got low pressure coming in off the Atlantic Ocean, ridging up to the east and the northeast. So we're going to find cloud and rain spreading in from the west. Now for England and Wales, it's going to be very sporadic, very showery in nature. I think it will be more generalised rain across Scotland and Northern Ireland. We've already seen it is quite wet across the Northern Ireland. I think that will spread to Scotland, parts of northwest England through the course of this afternoon. But I think you'll be quite lucky to get rain down in the far southeast, really. Many places there should stay dry. But there will be these showery bursts scattered around. It'll be quite warm and humid, despite increasing cloud and the rain. Temperatures in the southeast could be up to 23 degrees, 73 in Fahrenheit. In the north, around 17 or 18 degrees. Overnight, that low pressure is sort of drifting off up to the north, so it'll really be for Scotland and Northern England and parts of Northern Ireland, but we have an ongoing risk of showery bursts of rain. The bulk of England and Wales will turn dry through this evening and into the night. Quite a bit of cloud around overnight, and it's going to be a warm night as well, with temperatures in some of the towns and cities not falling much lower, but around 16 or 17 degrees. Rural areas will be a bit cooler than that, but generally quite a warm, humid night coming up tonight across the country. That low pressure is drifting off up to the north, allowing a little bit of a ridge to build up from the south. So we'll start off with some sunny spells across England and Wales with variable cloud. Further north, there'll still be showery bursts of rain, particularly for Scotland. That should all start to drift away through the course of the day as brighter skies edge up from the south. Temperatures in the south, again, up to around 22 or 23. In the north, around 16, 17 or 18 degrees up there. Now on Friday, we may bring in another weak system across the country, so that could bring some more cloud and patchy rain into parts of Scotland and maybe coming down to northern England as well. But many places are going to stay dry on Friday. There'll be sunny spells with variable cloud coming through once again. And temperatures around 22 or 23, so very close to the early August average. Moving through into the weekend, a north-south split is going to set up. We've got this deep area of low pressure developing in the Atlantic. That's eventually going to bring wet and windy weather to many parts of Scotland and Northern Ireland, whereas the Azores high is throwing up a ridge across England and Wales, and that's going to keep much of England and Wales mainly dry. I think all places will start off on quite a dry note on Saturday with sunny spells. It could be a little bit on the chillier side as well overnight Friday into Saturday. England and Wales stays dry with good sunny spells coming through, whereas Scotland and Northern Ireland will see the weather deteriorating through the day with cloud and rain eventually spreading in off the Atlantic Ocean. Some of that rain across western Scotland and Northern Ireland could be quite heavy and driven on, as you'll notice, by fairly tightly packed ice bars, driven on by a strengthening southwesterly wind. Temperatures in the south around 23, maybe 24 degrees with good sunny spells. That's around 75 Fahrenheit. In the north, we'll be seeing temperatures closer to 15 or 16, so quite cold and miserable, I'm afraid, again, for Scotland. The north-south split goes on into Sunday, but ridge is there through the south, keeping England and Wales mainly dry. The low pressure to the north of the country around Iceland will be bringing these weather fronts down across the country. So Scotland, Northern Ireland, and eventually Northern England will have cloud and outbreaks of rain through the course of Sunday. That rain will probably be on and off and sort of sporadic, showery in nature, but don't be surprised if there's a few heavier bursts mixed in, particularly to the west of high ground. The bulk of England and Wales, again, are having a dry and fine day with good sunny spells. Temperatures could become very warm in the east on Sunday afternoon, possibly reaching 25 or 26 degrees. 26 is around 79 in Fahrenheit. And then we go through into Monday, the end of 5-day forecast period, with cloud and showery bursts of rain gradually edging southwards. I think by the time it arrives in the south-southeast, it will be very weak in nature, maybe just a band of cloud really across southern and southeastern parts of the country, with cooler, brighter skies coming back into Scotland, Northern Ireland and Northern England, perhaps North Wales too, with the risk of a few showers. Temperatures will be rather cool in the north if you follow the isobars back. The areas originating somewhere from Greenland, so it's going to be pretty cool in the north with temperatures again just into the mid-teens Celsius, whereas in the southeast we could once again be very warm, possibly up to 27 degrees, somewhere like London on Monday afternoon. That's around 81 Fahrenheit. So again, it's the south and the southeast that hogs all of the warm and dry summer-like weather. The north and west, I'm afraid it does look pretty cool and pretty showery through the coming 5-day forecast period. But as I say, as we go later on into next week, we may find an improvement even for parts of Scotland. I'll be keeping you posted on that. Finally, have a look at the charts from the Weather Outlook, just so you can see weather in your area. You've got the sunny spells in the east today, albeit with quite a bit of cloud. The rain is in the west and in the north as well, quite showery in nature. We move through into Thursday, quite a bit of dry weather really across the country, the rain, but we may start off with in the north, will clear away through the course of the day. Showers or longer spells of rain coming into the north and the west on Friday, particularly focused for Scotland, whereas much of England and Wales dry, sunny and warm. Lots of dry and fine weather on Saturday, although it will turn wet and windy across Scotland and Northern Ireland through the course of the day. And then as we go through into Sunday, it's really in the north and the west that we have the cloud and the outbreaks of rain, the south and the southeast, very warm, dry, with sunny spells coming through. And finally on Monday, then we get this band of cloud and showery rain coming down across the whole country. I think this does show it quite wet down across England and Wales. I think it'll be much more showery in nature, and those showers will be quite light as they come down across England and Wales, eventually leading us to cooler, brighter weather up to the north. Still pretty warm though down in the southeast even on Monday afternoon. So in summary, well, the very poor summer goes on for the north. Showers and longer spells of rain and cool temperatures too for Scotland, Northern Ireland, parts of northwest England. Whereas going to the south and the southeast, it's a different world, different country really, with lots of dry, fine, and at times, particularly later on, very warm weather for the south. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.